Hey, what's up, everybody? Niko with Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz here, and we're going to be continuing doing our Madoka set review. It's probably a really bad impression, actually.
That's pretty good. That was pretty good.
Who are you trying to
Oh, hold on.
Were you trying to be Carmen?
What's happening? I can't do it.
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys? It's Carmen here from Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz.
All right, gang's all back. If you're on Blue and you haven't seen the rest of it, it's myself, Brian, Andy, as always, joined by Ryan Wibberly and Niko from Strictly Broken and Burn One, respectively.
Really who? Literally who?
Yeah, same.
All right.
Yeah, I guess I'll kick it off here. Is this Madoka?
This is Eriha.
Eriha. A cutie. Bona fide
I don't
cutie.
know why I forgot. We haven't seen her in a while on a few cards. So yeah, this is Eriha. When you play this, you can pay 1 and clock yourself. You do search your deck for a level 1 or lower character, add it to your hand. On attack, choose one of your characters and give 500. Seems pretty good. This is just a true Ricky.
Yep.
Ricky.
Hey,
You
Ricky,
can play
you know what
8
else had a true
Rickies.
Ricky? Literally the set before.
Reprint. Y'all were so mad when this got revealed.
Yeah, we were pretty upset because this card's just strict better than Homura. But like the way that the set and deck worked out is that the Homura is still relevant because it's the best option for Green Splash, and like Green Splash has better options.
What's the second effect on the Homura again?
Level manipulation.
Every
And
turn.
it's not. Well, if it's in the front row, you can level
Front row,
manipulate.
Level manipulate something.
And it's not restricted to level 3, so if you wanted to, you could protect your Felicia early play if you're afraid of anti-change counters.
I do like that.
Yeah.
I feel like I would rather play the Homura one if I'm trying to get the green fix.
It comes down to color. Like they're both good. They're both cards you want to play 3 to 4 of. It just comes down to what color you need fix for. If you need blue, you play the Eriha. If you need green, you play the Homura. That's just how it works.
You could always split them like 3 and 1 also, or
You
something,
can't do
or
a
like 2
split.
and 1. Like
Yeah, you can do a split. That's fine.
one copy of this Eriha, because occasionally the 500 power might be relevant.
Or you just like need to fix blue and green. You're like juggling color. Gives you like options within the same color. And you won't have trouble finding the other one because the sets will come out relatively close to each other. So
Maybe.
Alright, yeah, but pretty simple. True Ricky, good card, good profile. You run 3 to 4 of it, and pretty much every deck that runs a level 1 combo. Good card. Raw plus. Next card. Right.
All right. We've got this 1-0, 2500 power Yachiyo. If you have 2 or more other magic characters, this gets the following ability. On attack, you can pay 1 twin drive. When this becomes reversed, if the cost of the battle opponent is 0 or lower, bottom deck. So it's a bottom deck bomb with twin drive. I like that.
Do you wanna see something hilarious? Okay. Look at general chat in this server really quick.
Mm-hmm.
So you see this card?
Oh, from DMS.
You see this card from Dear My Sister, which is literally the exact same, but doesn't have a condition on twin drive and is a rare.
Huh.
Ooh.
Hey, this one has 500 more power. 500 more power.
This card is a rare in Dear My Sister, and it's a 2K, and it doesn't have a condition on the twin drive. Which is like it made me really mad when they spoiled this card, but this card's still perfectly fine. It's like actually a pretty good card. But
it's like kind of a fake it's a fake condition anyway. If you're twin driving, you probably have like at least
it is a fake condition for 500 extra power, but it rarity bumps the card, which like makes the set overall worse because it's eating it.
Oh, that is kind of triggering. Yeah.
Something
triggering.
Like, actually better. Ha ha pun. Ha ha.
Got him. Americans love puns.
Like, I don't know. I'm just not like as big of a fan of cost bombs right now.
What do you mean?
Like, it's still
cost bombs
definitely
are better.
good.
I think like playing into like
they're so much better right now. Yeah.
Playing into a lot of slime, you like take a look at their Shizus and you can be like, yo, that's a pretty cool card. It's a pretty cool level 2 you're gonna have with your early plays, sir.
And then you say goodbye, Shizu. Yeah, right now cost bombs are so important, which is why I'm giving this card the A. Cost
It's
bombs
like
can.
against Aaron, it's the same thing. You just look at them and be like, "Yo, those are mighty fine Aarons you got there, sir." Be a shame if you were to run into like cost bombs.
We're kind of coming out. We're kind of coming out of like a standby meta where I'd rather be able to force you to trade. Like with your 1/1.
Well, with Dow coming out, that might be a consideration in English, but like it depends what people in English tend to play if they're playing Dow. I assume they will play 8 standby because that's what everyone is reading about. But like we'll see. Standby also plays the most Kurimis and like SMH weaves, so like that's also a factor. But yeah, I think cost bombs
I think
in
I'm
general.
gonna be with Carmen on that one. Like I'll give it the bump up to A because
it's way too strong
right now.
Y'all ever seen Fate playing the slime? Like English Fate into like slime is like pretty depressing to watch if they don't like play their entire game plan to like never Scald for combo and just like double Ramorous to play their level 2. Which they can do, but it forces that line, right? It forces them to play it optimally. So.
Since this is also blue and you're playing this down at level 1, if you wanted to be like extremely rude, you can play this behind like the hand encore support too.
Yeah, because the hand encore support is blue.
Yeah, this card works really well with hand encore support. Like the big issue with this card is that it's hard if you're playing the Yachiyo level 1 line option and you're going into green for level 1. It's like hard to justify this card because you're in green and you can just play the JC instead. And like JC's arguably.
Yep.
So like I personally find that this card works better if you're running with like the Felicia level 1 combo.
Yeah, this goes really well with the Felicia, I feel.
Yeah.
So
You get the choice. You get the choice trigger for the twin drive, which is pretty cool. Yeah.
Opens up any choice.
If you're watching this and you've never played with JCs, like that shit's disgusting. Like,
yes, it is.
I've never really played a lot of Grisaya. Like last night, I whipped out Grisaya for my first tournament with it. And
he's owned the deck since release, by the way.
Yeah, I'm. It's funny, if the deck was like garbage tier, like everyone thought it was gonna be, I would have played it a lot more. But I'm like top tier deck. I don't want to play that. Yuck. But yeah, it's like fucking disgusting, dude. Just like pay 1, like send this card to memory compress myself, and deny your combo and get my card back.
Even when they don't go to memory.
I was doing that to Billy against his. He was using the old school Konosuba with the Union combo. It was like.
Yeah, it's disgusting. It doesn't matter.
It was filthy.
Isn't it the stupidest shit ever? Like
I had to go home and take a shower after. Gross.
But yeah, like Ryan said, the big thing is color. It really warps the way you're gonna build your deck. But with slime being a thing, maybe that is how you track. Depends.
I mean, hey, there's a lot of good blue support in Madoka, right? All the Saikas and Wishes and.
Yeah, putting you in blue isn't a bad thing.
You always want to go into blue, no matter what, because the free fresh is blue. It's like you're always going into blue. Always going into blue. The issue is if you want to go into blue at level 1 or not. That's where the decision point comes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we can move on. We got this Yachiyo, level 0. When this book is in place in your Climax zone, choose one of the following actions to perform it. Choose one of your magic characters that gets 2,000 power for the turn. Choose one of your magic characters and that character gains a soul for the turn. So you choose between 2,000 power and a soul. And there's also a self-tap, pay 1 brainstorm. Flip over the top 6 as long as there is a Climax card with a book trigger. Among those 6, choose one magic character in your waiting room. Return it to your hand. I absolutely despise these brainstorms, and this combo is worthless. I hate these brainstorms so much. I can't give it an F. I can't give it an F, but it's like a D-. At
least it gives you like all game, like it incidentally combos with books. You know what I mean? Like if you're running 8 books, this will just incidentally combo with one of them. If you're just running,
how many books are worth playing? Is there a top end book?
No. There isn't. It's literally just this and
the level 1. That's it.
Yeah. Wait. Let me just. Wait. No. Sorry. There is a top.
There is a Yachiyo restand.
Okay, so you can play. You don't have to. You can ignore the combo. Okay.
You can play the Shimikaze in that top end as 8 books. And run with.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this only works with this specific book.
No. It works with any book trigger. For the
No. He's talking about the Climax combo.
The Climax combo is this.
The combo does, yeah.
Yeah,
the
but
combo's only with this 0.
The combo's worthless.
Yeah, the combo sucks.
Mistrusting Reunion's not on another combo.
No,
it is not.
Oh, this sucks. The
Yeah.
Climax combo kind of sucks then.
you're running Mobage Yachiyo into this other Yachiyo top end if you're playing this, and I would rather play. Madoka has so many fucking brainstorms. Why would you play this one?
Well, hey, you can split it, dude. You can split it.
No.
You can run like you split them. This is great on first deck or when you're like uncompressed, and you use your actual like hard plussing one when you're on a better deck.
I love milling 3 climaxes off of these brainstorms and be like, damn, this is so hype, I get 1 card back. That's my favorite feeling.
But Niko, that's why you split it.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, you could split it.
I hate these brainstorms. I think these brainstorm profiles are literally unplayable, and they're just there to bait people into making bad decks or building budget decks.
Yeah, it's like a budget card.
Disgusting.
Yeah, as a budget card, it's okay, but
All right, let's not waste
overall
any
not
time.
bad. Yeah. Mhm.
Niko's is you.
Well, this is the Eriha. I wish this card was a lot better because I actually like the art on this a lot. If you have 2 or fewer climaxes in your hand, it gets -1 level. Comes into play heals, and then it's a level support. You did actually miss text on
Well, I
this
didn't
card.
miss it. This
Okay,
is straight
so
from
there-
Hotsy.
Okay, so there is text missing on this card. It reads, you can tap this card if you have 2 or less memory, you can tap this card. If you do, you can send a card to memory.
Magic character to memory.
Yeah, magic character to memory.
From
my
from
apologies.
waiting room.
Ooh,
Yeah, from
I
waiting
kind of like that. That lets you really abuse like the in and out mechanics for the memory. You can like every turn throw something in your memory, then do something with it.
I would like this card infinitely more if the assist was like anything
TK.
other than a generic like level support. Yeah, if it was like a front 15, like actually just like front 15 to make it like feel really good to play at level 2.
Yeah, that is kind of bad.
Front 2K, just anything other than generic level support. Honestly,
I
'Cause,
like the memory.
I think like so you think that, right? But like your free fresh is going to be doing that work for you anyway.
I suppose, yeah. Like,
And like
Doesn't that just
overall,
make you want to put your brewing hat on and just brew up some like memory deck, utilizing the core mechanics of Magia Record?
I mean, it does open up some amount of space in a deck that would decide to do that, which is why I'm giving it a plus. Because
Yeah, I
I
mean-
think this is the best enabler I've seen for any of that shit. Because it is at least a healer and a level X.
Yeah, I
With-
mean, at worst, it's just an early play heal that gives some power, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
I still think like this, like currently for me, it actively fights with like the Jean slot, right?
Oh, yeah, that John
And a
is really good.
Front 2K to level 3 is honestly because it's not an early play healer because you can just play it down whenever. So it's a front 2K and then pay 1 sack itself, send to memory.
And heal. So it
Yeah,
still
so,
has a
like,
heal.
You still like obviously this can send other cards to memory, and you don't really want to be sending Jean to memory in every matchup, but like I feel like that card just kind of like does all the roles that this card does, except better.
This is kind of like all like a long game investment though, right? Like the Jean you gotta like actually send to your memory and get rid of it. Where this you can just like
Yeah, but it stops at the cap though. That's the problem.
you like
Yeah, the
Just
John
pop this
goes over the
sucker
cap,
in
yeah.
your- plop this sucker down in your back row, and then like
You only
your
run...
opponent's not gonna anti-change your back row card. This is pretty safe from like opponents anti-change and stuff. So it's convenient in that sense. Just get to sit on this for the rest of the game then.
I think that...
The Jean also synergizes with your brainstorm, I think, a little bit better
Because it removes
like,
itself.
yeah, because it can remove itself off of the board. Playing over this feels really bad.
This is for your
like, if you need to do
spicy...
something like this. Yeah,
this is for your
like,
spicy decks, yeah.
Yeah.
So in the brainstorm build that you and Wibbs and a lot of people are playing, I think like obviously the other one's gonna be better. Synergizes better, but like if you're not playing the brainstorm loop,
Yeah, this is
you
an
know, this might
inherently
be
a
like
bad
a-
card.
this would like maybe
just
be
wish it
like a
was
more
better.
solid option. Yeah.
Alright. We can move to the next one. Ryan, this is you.
If it's Felicia, it's the cutie everyone loves, but she doesn't have effect. It's a global
Rip.
15 if this is in your front row. And then it has this really cool, terrible effect. Pay 2, ditch 1. When this attacks, if you have 2 other characters, you can pay the cost. If you do, draw a card, mandatory. Discard a card from your hand, mandatory. Look at the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. Choose any of them, throw them away, and then put the rest on top in any order.
The rest go to waiting room.
Okay, sir, make sure not to forget that bottom line attack.
Sorry, yeah. When a card is sent to memory, if you have another Magic character, gains 2k for the turn. Literally worthless.
Me
flavor
forgetting
text.
this effect in one game actually lost me the game. Feels bad. It actually feels bad.
Because it's
So
like flavor text.
Yeah,
so
one in
much of
like
the time.
40, one in 50 games, yeah.
Wait, isn't this just like this is Mocha, right?
It's expensive mocha. The problem with this card is you can't stack your own trigger because you have to draw ditch. So you never really know exactly, like you're always kind of taking a gamble on what you're swinging in for.
Yeah, you have no way to know that you're swinging in for 2 to guarantee 2 damage. You have to gamble no matter what.
This is also one of your only real tools to answer any type of compression states, but like, Jesus, this card is so expensive and bad.
Like, if the draw wasn't mandatory, like you would be able to confirm your trigger with Kaoru or the Eriha brainstorm with this card, but they were like, nah, dude, that's too good for Madoka. Madoka has to suck.
Can't you just run
So
this
they
as an
gave it
off
hand
finisher though? Like treat the
this
Yeah,
card's
you can run
perfectly
this
fine
as a
an off
solid one
finisher.
of, yeah.
Like Niko said, this is literally the only answer to compression that Madoka has. Madoka has no other way to deal with a compressed deck besides just
they can't interact with your stock at all.
healing and telling your opponent, no, you.
hey,
it's perfectly
put that
fine.
in your gate toolbox. Change into this 1500 power to your front row.
Yeah, that's one of the decent. I shouldn't say decent, but it's an okay exchange target.
It's a thing you can do, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably won't, but you could.
All right. Next, back to the top. Andy.
Oh boy, who do we got this time? This is Yachiyo, right?
Yes.
3/2 on play. Look at up to 3 cards. Choose up to one of them. Add it to your hand. Oh, my favorite effect on a level 3. Love it. Discord ability activates up to once per turn. When you attack, if you have that book Climax, you can pay 1 and discard a card. She gets 4,000 power, and the ability when damage is canceled by this turn, you can stand it.
Yep.
So there's your other book combo for the 6
Kinda
card brainstorm.
sucks.
Yeah.
I don't think it sucks.
It's not horrible. It's
Very
just,
efficient.
It's cheap, but it's not guaranteed, and you have to pay it up front.
That's fine.
it's
No,
Cheap. Efficient.
it's not if it whiffs.
Well, you're drawing on play. You can draw into its own Climax combo.
I would like
And
this so much
At
better.
the
if
very
it healed.
least, it can plus into a card to ditch for itself.
Book always draws book. I always have the book. I'd rather this heal.
yeah, I don't
Gets
like
to
book.
gets to 15k.
Because if it whiffs, at least I'm stabilized. Top
I
trick
mean,
3 kinda works
you're going
against
for
it.
the kill that turn though. Like, you field 3 of these or something. Like, you're definitely getting into your combo. Combo's cheap enough. You can like try field it or dual field
The
it
problem
pretty
for me
easily.
is like the effects here, like I'm reading this and they don't really feel like they synergize, right? So when I read something like, I'm paying cost, so, pay 1, ditch 1, I'm getting power, but then the effect is when my opponent cancels damage, not on reverse. So when I'm paying this cost for like something like a restander, I'm kind of like expecting to be like, all right, I'm getting all this power just so I can kill my opponent, like so I can guarantee the kill in this lane. So
if you're just trying to push damage,
the restand is on a cancel for me doesn't really cut it.
Yeah, the cancel restand is. Ugh.
maybe that is some like negative synergy, because if you're just trying to push for game, you really don't care about winning board.
Right.
It's
And
whatever.
it's honestly on a book trigger. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, for
Book
sure.
sucks. We hate book.
You hate book. I don't hate book. Books. I stand book.
I
Yeah,
love to read.
Andy's the only player I've ever met that doesn't instantly draw books off book. His pages don't stick together.
Hey, plus is a plus, dude.
It is a plus.
It is a plus.
It is a plussing trigger. All right. I think
Yeah.
yeah. All right, I guess we can move on. Brian.
Alright. Yeah, we've got this Felicia. Level 0, 500 power. When your other character becomes reversed in battle, choose one of your characters. That character gains 1,000 power till end of turn. It can sack itself. When your other character is placed from the stage to the waiting room, it can save the character, put it back rested.
Revenge Killer Field Encore.
Mm-hmm.
That's also fine. It
Field
seems-
Encore is only worth it and only good if you have high valuable targets that are worth encoring, and Madoka doesn't.
Oh. Okay.
that's- mm.
Because
What-
then at
what do
that
you-
point, you should
what
just
do you-
probably play like the hand encore support
What do
because
you-
it
what do
barely
you-
spends
Oh,
a
yeah,
sack
there
in
is
the
Hand
main.
Encore. In
Yeah,
the same
what-
color.
What do you Field Encore in this deck? Like your targets are early play healers. Like
You'd rather salvage
You-
them.
you'd rather let them die, if anything, salvage them and play them again.
Play them again for the heal, yeah.
Yeah, and then if you really want to encore cards at level 1 or something, whatever, just play the Sayaka hand encore support. It does the same thing, but it's more efficient.
Mhm.
And it's also a target for Wish, which is pretty relevant.
We'll give it the bump up to C for the Revenge 1000.
It's kind of doesn't do anything on death either. Like I just can't help but comparing it to the Conan from Love Live. That like
Well, that
you want it
card's
to die so
broken.
you can scry.
Yeah, Conan's
Right.
broken.
This doesn't do anything when it dies.
It's broken because it saves Yo, and Yo's super high value target to save.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess what I was getting at is like Conan's like fine on her own too though, because like you want her to die, so her dying, you sacrificing her to save your Yo gives you an additional benefit because you get the scry.
Right.
I don't
This
want to
doesn't do
compare
anything
this
when it
card to
dies.
Conan. Yeah. Just because the Conan has extra auxiliary effects to it that I think are more relevant.
All right. Next card. We got this Yachiyo. It is a drop salvager, and then when it becomes reversed, 2 of your cards in memory, you send this to memory. This interacts with some Yachiyo cards, notably the 3/2 green Tough Check X that we saw before. In terms of a drop salvager, this is pretty damn good. If this is the only card you play, and you don't even play the other card, even if it is one of the only Tough Check X options in the set, it removes itself from the game. And even if you never pop it out, it's pretty good.
Seems fine on its own, yeah.
Solid card.
Pretty boring.
Yeah, it's boring. It's
Yeah.
not too much to speak about, and it's overall good.
All right, even more boring. Here you go, Niko.
Wow.
Very, very cool. All right. So yeah, here's the Felicia. It's another 4K option at level 0. You can't play events or backup from hand. Yeah, very cool. It's okay.
Color is the Futaba from MOBA Gate set, and unless your meta specifically requires 4Ks, the Futaba is just always better.
Mm,
How are you even like giving this card like a C range? I mean, like,
there's a
isn't there the
Futaba, yeah.
one Yachiyo that like sits at 4K or something?
Doesn't kill.
That card's a opponent's turn only. It's weak on offense. This card's constantly 4K, so it can actually beat over cards on offense.
It's one of the same because like remember we gave the Kyoko, the red Kyoko, that was also a 4K, kind of like a similar rating.
Well,
It's
yeah,
pretty
that
much the
well
same
that
thing.
one was red though, so like as far as red fix goes, like that might be the best you can do, but I feel
Yeah,
like
this
there's tons of
card
better
is
blue
more
options.
specific, kind of like Wib said. This is more of like a meta call because sometimes the 500 power is actually pretty relevant.
Yeah, if you're going into a meta where your opponent's opener is going to be a 4K as well, then your 3500 Futaba is not going to do the job. So that's when you would switch over to this card.
Right.
So it has merit, but the merit is small.
Like right
got
now,
you.
if you're going into like slime meta or something, where they'll drop like the 3500 onto the board.
The Chloe, where if
Yeah.
playing a 4K at least forces them to also field the Brainstorm to the board, expending another card to do nothing but trade with a 4K. So 4K is in English where everybody's playing Slime because everybody's fucking playing Slime. 4Ks are kind of at a premium right now in English. So you might choose to play this.
Is everybody actually playing Slime, or is that just like
Yes.
our locals?
Yes.
I think
it's not
Slime is
just
a very
us.
top tier meta deck in English right now.
I mean, when we went out to that other thing near Philly, 2 of the 3 people who showed up played Slime.
Yeah, I mean maybe they just like Slime though.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I think Slime is a popular series that is well liked. It is strong, and it is a single set that does not require you to have old sets to be good. It's a perfect entry point, and therefore a bazillion people have it. All right. I guess
good,
next. Back to it's just Ryan.
It's the Kyoko Sack anti-change counter, but it's in blue instead.
Reprint.
It reprint.
It's okay. It's a sack counter.
Wait, the
Those
Kyoko,
can be pretty good.
the Kyoko doesn't get the power on field.
What?
Yeah, it does.
It does. The same card, just except it's red.
The Kyoko's from Rebellion. It's literally the exact same card. It's just red.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm on the wrong card.
It's an older
Oh,
card.
I was on the next card by mistake.
Yeah, it's just literally just a reprint, but it's blue.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If you're not in red and you want to play interchange, I guess you can play this.
Okay.
Waiting room anti-change.
I mean,
Sad.
The fact that it's blue and they reprinted it as waiting room anti-change.
Oh, it's a sack
is also
counter.
Sad.
Additional
Yeah.
utility.
Oh man, it's almost like ReZero has a blue sack counter that sends it to the bottom of the deck or something, but nah, we got to reprint. Thanks,
Mhm.
Bushi.
well, ReZero's counter wouldn't be as good if every set has it, right? In a sense.
I guess they want to lock things off to
you gotta
certain
have
sets.
like certain
Yes.
sets gotta have like their thing, you know what I mean? ReZero has like one of the only good anti-change counters. It's like their thing.
All right. Next.
Cool. We got
Back to the top.
Yeah, so we got this Eriha, right?
You know,
Okay. I did remember. For each of your other magic characters gets 1,000 power, so it's a 2/1 10k. Field, and when you play Price of the Wish is on your Climax. If this is in your front row, you can pay one. Okay, it's on Climax play. So when you play the Climax, you can pay one, discard a card, salvage, and give this 1,000 power.
You're not salvaging. You're
No, you
choosing a
shuffle
card in your
the
waiting
card.
rooms and you're shuffling it back into your deck. So ideally, you're going to be choosing a Climax or something to
Climax.
that effect and shuffling it back into your deck.
It's on
Ooh,
play.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would like it better on attack probably, because then you're not going to trigger the Climax you throw back. But I mean, that's still pretty cool.
Well, end of attack. Like it'd be better at encore. Encore phase would be perfect.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
I think while this card is an interesting profile, the timing for this is just awful,
It's awful.
and I
yeah.
don't like it. And you're also discarding 3 just to like get more cancels back into your deck.
I've played with the
Yeah,
Summer
that is like
Pockets card.
that's
that
paying
does
3
this.
stock and minusing 3.
The Kamome that shuffles the bar back, and that effect is free on play on a level 3 and kicks it encore face. So it's perfect, and that effect feels great when you get it to work because it's best done on a small deck, right? But like you like ensure cancels. God forbid you're playing against someone who like stock swaps you or something, right? Like when done correctly at encore phase, it can be really strong. But this on attack just means like there is a non-zero chance you just trigger the thing you put back. Like
Fact also is like considering a lot of the deck has like these get through the deck quickly tools and these refresh tools, right? This just currently doesn't find a spot in like almost anything really, because you're
Yeah.
ideally wanting to play this when you're already out like 3 or 4 and so on and so forth. Shuffle it back, but even then it's like,
why would you ever dedicate a Climax to doing something like this?
Yeah.
Why would you ever
yeah,
dedicate a Climax slot
that's
to
where
this?
I'm at. The climax. The fact that
That's
it's
why
climax
I was gonna
combo.
say something like, if this was like supplementary, like off another Climax combo, right? Like, so if something else comboed with this, and you could just like play a few of these 2/1s as an option.
Splash
man,
it
it's
in,
almost like if this and the Yachiyo restand shared a climax combo, it wouldn't be as bad.
if only.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if only.
All right. Much more interesting card, Brian.
All right, we have another Iroha. 2/1, 8k. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, if there are 5 or fewer cards in your deck, perform the following 2 effects once each. If there are 2 or fewer cards in your memory, choose a magic character in your waiting room, send that character to memory, and this gets 4k. And free fresh.
Hot damn, this card's pretty good.
Yeah, seems pretty
And
solid.
notably, if I'm reading this right, you can do these in whatever order you want.
No, you
Yeah.
have to do
Well,
it
you
in
have
that
to
order.
do it in that order.
Perform
Okay.
the 2 following effects once each.
Well, the other one doesn't work.
Oh,
you don't have
won't
a
waiting
grave.
room after you free
It's like
fresh.
you won't have a
yeah,
grave
but
after
if you
free fresh.
if you don't want to clutter your memory, because you have to like keep under 3 or whatever, right? If you don't want to like actually put
You can't go above 3.
card. Yeah, I know. Like if you didn't want to like hit the 3rd card there or whatever, if you wanted to like leave a spot in memory open for another effect, you could.
Oh, yeah.
You could choose to refresh first, then whiff the
For
effect.
the spicy decks, that's fine. It doesn't matter for the real deck, which is where
I mean, there's probably like a fringe play where it comes up. You know,
Like,
one in
if you're-
100
if-
games, but
If you're running the 2 or less memory cards, then sure, that's something you can do. But like those cards aren't really worth playing, like whatsoever.
Well, even then, I disagree because this card can just like because a lot of those cards have to like crash in, right? So a lot of those cards would have to like lose you a board slot, or like because most of them aren't
Yeah.
holding board. So this can literally just send those to memory for free, and like this is gonna win you.
Yeah,
the lane
you don't even have
because
to play
this
them.
is gonna then swing in at
Yeah.
12K.
You don't even have to play the card.
You're probably right. I just felt like it was something worth mentioning.
Yeah, it's an edge case play.
It gives you the option if, you know, for whatever case you needed to.
Yeah.
Notably, all the memory dump that has been printed to this point, except for one event in Da Capo, needs you to have over 4 memory, and Madoka with the Jean can only hit. You run 2 Jean, you can go to 5, and that's the highest you can ever go.
No, because you can run the 3-1 event from.
Oh, the 3-1 event does also go to memory. Okay, so you can go above it, but at that point you're already at level 3.
Right, then you're
Yeah.
level 3.
Yeah, but still, card is insane.
Yeah, free fresh.
I don't even know how many times this card has been played against me.
There is a reason why they don't print this profile often.
Yes. Okay, free freshes are literally never printed anymore because free freshes are fundamentally broken. Like they literally break the rules of Weiss, and it's not fair. Like free
pay
freshes
one,
are
heal one.
literally not fair. Like there have been points in time where free freshes were so fucking absurd they were on the ban list. Zero no Sakaima free fresh was on the ban list. Nizukoi free fresh was on the ban list. The Fate free fresh is on the ban list right now. They're fucking so broken. Why do these cards exist?
And why does
Wait,
this send
hold
one
on,
to
hold on.
memory and
You
swing
know
at
what was never
12?
on the ban list? The Homer of Free Fresh from Madoka.
Monica sucked. That's
You're
why.
not wrong.
Monica actually sucked, and also Homer is like so much more worse than like Zero no Tsukaima or Nisukoi or
Yeah,
Fate.
because at least those got you like cards and a little bit of extra advantage. The Homer
This
just gives
wins
your
its
board power.
lane, kills enemy early plays, sends a card to memory. You
This
don't have
can't be
memory
can't
full.
be changed notably too. So like this
Yeah.
swings in big. The only kind of like I would say it's not even a downside. It's just not a plus side. It's like it doesn't work with Jean in the back row.
Mhm.
But even then, it still swings in big fine.
Whatever, play your early
Yeah.
plays in the other lanes. Like, oh my god, I think this card has come down against me in single games upwards of 10, 11 times. In single games on Discord, where obviously we're not playing to time, where we play these 50, 60-minute long games of Carmen playing into Madoka. It's like, oh, yes, honey, it's time to play into Madoka again. It's literally the meme, and it's this card coming down like 10, 11 fucking times. It's the dick flattener right here.
Yeah, this card's pretty good though.
Oh my god. Okay, this card's actually fucking broken as well. A lot of people thought this card was kind of like whatever because it didn't plus, but like sending stuff to memory and making your first 3 free freshes compression neutral, it's so fucking stupid. Why?
Yeah, why is the
I mean,
cost compression neutral?
It kind of can plus too, though. If it's a field plus, like 12K is going to get over something. The other ones,
Well, it's not going to live back.
but you still hit over.
No,
their card.
Carmen, you'd actually be surprised. This card actually does live.
Oh
back
yeah, it does live back
because
a lot.
It sits at 8K, and a lot of the times your opponent still might be like level late level 1, maybe just early level.
Does it
2, and
ever
they might
really
try to-
field plus then though? Because you always play over it with a Kaoru, like every time.
Not you don't have to every single turn.
I
This
guess.
this might live an extra like turn on the board, which is still completely fine.
That's true. I get you do run like like 3 of it, 2-3 of it, so because you always get it back because you're always fucking salvaging it.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. This is the payoff. This is the payoff for all this stupid bullshit we've been talking about, where you loop brainstorms, and and all that fun
Card's
stuff.
fucking insane.
It's free fresh forever. Yeah.
Free,
I don't
yeah.
want to. I don't want to see the Eriha dick flattener anymore. I'm sick of it.
Oh my god.
How could you say no to that face, dude?
Oh, it's not that I can't. It's not that I have the option to say no. It's that I don't have a choice. All right. When you time out, just remember this face. All right. Next card.
Yo, it's the second
face
best Magia
make.
Record, girl.
The Eriha's face is the face you make when the judge comes up to you and says it's time.
I can't heal anymore. No. All right. So, which card is this? Who read the last one?
I did. It's yours.
Oh, okay. So what's this card's name again? Mitama. Mitama. Okay, Climax Ditch Salvage. Yeah, it's a card.
Okay. It is a reprint. It got a rarity downgrade though, because I think the Madoka and Mobile set was a uncommon.
The Flat Sea ability card.
Hmm.
Play it if you need it. If you feel your Climax lineup is important, or you brick a lot and you're snake bitten, run this card. Next, Niko's you.
All right, this is 1-0 Felicia. During your turn, this gets 2k power, so it'll sit at 5/5. When this attacks, choose one of your magic characters. That character gets 1 level and 1,000 power for the turn.
I left this on because it gives a level on attack, and I can't remember anything else that does that.
Futaba from Bonnie Girl.
Oh, no, I mean in the set.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason I left it in here.
Still don't like it.
You free fresh, and then you attack with this. You pump the Eriha plus 1 level, and then the Jean now boosts your power up. You make Eriha 15k, and then you beat over Bunny Girl's bodyguard.
And then they anti-change
Wombo combo. Happy feet.
E plus for +1 level. I don't know.
It's okay.
It is access to an effect. That's why
It sits at respectable power on your turn. The problem is it's never going to live after that, too. So you're going to get the effect once.
What's the point of this card? This card literally serves no purpose. Absolutely no purpose whatsoever.
Gives you level.
Swings did vanilla power.
Vanillas are oversized whips. Just remember that.
They are.
It's not actually vanilla. It's not actually even oversized.
Oh, you're right.
All right, Ryan. Yours.
It's our girl Sayaka. Wait, am I looking at the right? Yeah, right card. Yeah, okay, it's a 1-0 Sayaka. First and only, I think, Sayaka card in this set.
There's a level 0 that does nothing, but yeah.
Alright, whatever. When this is placed from hand to stage, you gain 1500 power for the turn. And when this comes reversed, if you have 2 or more other magic characters, you can choose a card in your opponent's clock, put it in their waiting room, and then the opponent chooses a card, or the opponent clocks one. So it's Snipe Cosma.
Yep. Removes Love Live Sunshine's clock condition and other early play clock conditions. As a tech card, if you are in blue, you could run it.
I mean, by the time this is reversed, it's too late, though.
Yeah, I was like, this is like all sorts of bad timing because it's not like even
It prevents like a follow up turn, I guess.
Yeah.
It prevents the follow up, but I think like the actual you gotta lean into the sacky nature of Weiss. This is what this card rewards you for doing.
No more. No more sacking.
You lean into it. And like when this gets reversed, you can maybe just fuck your opponent and just get a clean card, out of their clock and put a Climax into their clock. It's like, think of it like a coin flip, right? It's not always gonna work, but it's like instead of coin flip something good for you, it's coin flip you fuck your opponent.
So if I can just kind of like sneak in here real quick. So when these effects are printed on other cards, so like I think the only one I'd really want to compare it to when we're talking about fucking over our opponent like this is the 2/1 Karako support from Revy Starlight.
Mm-hmm.
That happens during your opponent's turn. So that can actively fuck their play up. Because then they can't actually clock like their early play condition.
Well, no, yeah, that like the Karako stops the early play condition. I'm saying this
here
like,
you have to let it go
plays.
through. Yeah, you have to let this go through, and then in the case of something like Sunshine, they can just literally have a Kanan in the back row, and just protect their early plays that way anyway. So it's like, I can't find a really cool use for this card when it comes to this type of stuff. If you feel me.
Or are you like trying to refute what I said?
Andy's just saying to just crash this in at
Because
level 1
I'm
and
not
get
at all talking about like
the early play
dealing with
thing.
clock conditions.
Oh yeah, sure. It's really funny when this clocks a climax and you laugh at your opponent. I agree.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of getting at. Like you're not stopping their clock condition. Like you said, like Brian said, you know, this happens after the fact. You know, they clock their card, they play their card. It's too late to stop it. But like
The problem is
mean-
this is also level 1. You're playing
all
this
this
on like a level
profile,
1 turn, and your
yeah.
level 1 boards a lot of the times on Madoka are kind of busy doing something else.
This is gonna be my quote. Why play this over JC? What's the point? What's the point of this card? Literally no point.
Hold on.
Other than
It's a
high
target
rolling
for
your
Sayaka's
opponent.
Wish. It is a
Nope.
target for
Yes,
Sayaka's
it's
Wish.
a Saika.
Nope. Solid.
No, you mean no.
No.
That's what do you mean no?
Okay. Alright. Yeah, the timing's bad.
We're getting to the point where we're playing cards just because they're Sayaka for Sayaka's Wish. Then we're reverting back to like 2014 Madoka. And
Yeah, that
deck is
was sick!
unplayable.
Hold on. The Kyoko we reviewed earlier can search this card.
That's true.
Yeah, you can get
So-
it.
You're gonna call this second effect player skill check and wreck.
Yeah, player skill check. This is baller check and wreck, dude.
yeah, when you need like a Hail Mary, you just like throw this Sayaka down and say,
Just
well,
like that 2-0.
feel lucky.
That 2-0 that does 50 damage, the one that we talked about before, that's a camera. That's baller camera, dude. Gotta bring back baller. It's so sick. Baller. All right, we can move on.
Yeah, I think that's enough of that one.
Who read the last one? It's back to Andy. Go ahead.
Yep, we got a Yachiyo 1/1. This works with the drop salvager, drop searcher that sends itself to memory. 1/1 gives all your other magic characters global 500 power. At the start of your climax phase, you can rest this and choose a Yachiyo invitation to food in your memory, sent to waiting room to get a free stock.
It's not free
I
stock.
don't really like it.
Yeah, it refunds itself initially, and then you're gonna have to constantly be cycling these out of memory. So you're
Yeah.
constantly gonna have to be giving up lanes and stuff to
Yeah.
give stock.
I
think
put
this
this up.
might be a little
Yeah.
bit better if it was like anything other than a global 5.
Yeah, I don't know if I like
A little bit
global 5 on
extra
a
power
1/1.
would be better.
I mean,
I,
is there a card that works off of every single one of these on die go to memory cards?
yeah, that's
Couldn't you
why I
just,
put
like,
it up.
You throw this in your back row, you throw like the other one that works off of it wherever you need to put it, and you can just like throughout the game, like every single turn, pay out your memory, then send 3 things to memory.
The problem with this, though, all those cards that go to memory, like for lack of better terms, they're shitters. They're losing you lanes in the early game where you don't want to be losing lanes because that's when you're like most vulnerable, and that's when most damage is going to be pushed against you. So like I just can't find a use for a lot of these, especially with like payoffs like this. So like maybe if this was a 1-0, right? If this was a 1-0, it might be a little bit more kind of like appealable to play, but this is a 1/1, so the first time you're using this effect, you're just getting a refund.
Yeah.
Blind stock
Yeah.
And it's a blind stock. It's not
blind
even like a stock charge.
Oh, blind stuff.
Yeah. And your benefit is you get global 500 power, but you paid 1
Yeah,
stock.
it's like it feels like a lot of these are just like randomly like nerfed or something.
Just don't.
Yeah, it's probably not worth it.
This card's unplayable. Like this card's actually just straight garbage.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, it's only up here because it works with the drop salvager. That's why I
Drop it
put
down
it
to
up.
an F, yeah.
If it sits on the board a bazillion times, maybe you can get 2 stock out of it. So you'd have to resolve this 3 times. Yeah. Ugh. All right.
All right. We've got this 2/1 Felicia. When this card attacks, you can pay 1, choose one of the level 0 go to memory on reverse Felicias that we talked about way back in yellow. If you do, choose a magic character in your waiting room, return it to your hand. This gets 1,000 power till end of turn. When it attacks, it's a level 3 killer, goes up to 13k against level 3s.
So it'll be 14k.
At least this card is playable even if you don't fulfill the condition. So if you don't have it in memory.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the better payoff cards, I think.
It's
Yeah,
actually like the best payoff card for this horrible gimmick that they're trying to push.
Yeah.
The Felicia level 0 go to memory.
The
I
raw
think was-
selective pay 1+.
I think was fine too. So yeah, this seems not horrible.
The Felicia's probably the best go to
Yeah, I
memory.
think it
on
is
that
the best
card.
one.
And
Like,
then this
yeah.
is like the best utilizer of it.
To be quite honest with you, maybe you'll disagree with me, Wibs. I'd rather just play the Santa Madoka instead of this, because then I don't have to. I'm not like forced to run the Felicia, and the Madoka will be 500 power bigger.
What is Santa?
It's an
Madoka do?
old promo from the phone game. It's a generic 7/5 on attack against a level 3 gets 6k.
Hmm.
So it's just
Yeah.
500 power bigger.
Yeah, but without the...
Yeah, without the pay 1 salvage.
If you do the pay one
That's
salvage, you
still
get
up.
the
Yeah,
power
this
next power.
gets bigger, but then you're also paying 1 stock.
Yeah, it's
And
more
yeah,
deck spots.
and you're running while the card's definitely not bad. That's one of like we said earlier, this is definitely one of like the better synergies we have here.
All right.
Yeah, it definitely eats up a lot of deck spots.
Okay. Last blue card. This is this Yachiyo event. If you don't have a character with Yachiyo name, you cannot play this from your hand. If in your waiting room there's a character with Eriha name, a different character with Yachiyo name, a different character with Surino name, a different character with Felicia name, and yet another character with Sana name, 5 separate cards in parentheses. Choose one of your characters. That character gets plus 5,000 power in the following ability until the next end of your opponent's turn. Continuous. During battles involving this, your opponent cannot play backups from hand. It is a 2-0
They can still play
event.
counters.
They can still play event counter.
You keep the 5k cross turn, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
That's a shitload of power.
That is quite the condition for a deck that wants to free fresh, though.
A lot of power for a neg-1.
You play this before. No, you play this before your free fresh.
But then you neg
A
one.
lot of power for a neg-1.
You decompress yourself one. And you don't want to play your healers, your big bodies, until after you free fresh because you want to keep your stock. It's like naturally anti-synergistic. Yeah, I think that part makes it unplayable.
Well, I think the other parts that also make it unplayable is all the different names. Believe it or not,
That's
it's
a
actually
lot.
hard. It's hard to like run all of the characters. I was like, I think you can maybe get away with like 3 or 4, but like I think all 5 is the brutal part.
No, you actually end up... Hold on, I'm trying to think here. You end up actually running every single character that it's checking for. Like no matter how you build the deck, you just will end up getting it if you're playing the good cards. But like actually having them all in the waiting room to meet this condition
Sure, dog. What Sana card are you
have
playing?
on the early player.
Oh yeah, that's right. She does have one actual playable card. I forgot. My bad.
Are there
I love
any
you too,
cards that
Woods.
have like multiple characters on it?
They have to be this
They
card.
have to be separate cards, yeah.
They could be separate cards, but I mean the one could be like a pinch hitter. Then it could be like either this
Yeah,
girl
but-
or that girl.
I think Eriha occasionally like has like a couple combo. No, she doesn't actually. Does
The one
she?
she has is with Madoka.
Yeah, the only one she really has is with
Again,
Madoka, and the rest are just all singular.
I really think this card just has way too much anti-synergy with how you play your level 2 in Madoka, where your board spots are extremely valuable. So you can't even say, I'm going to leave one Felicia early play on my board the whole time and use my other 4 slots to do my counter looping, which is just like not going to fucking happen. You need every single slot on your board to do that shit in most games because you need to brainstorm so many times. So you're not going to have anything big on board unless you're like Omega tier sacking and you somehow canceled on like swings for 4 on exact damage and you don't have to brainstorm that many times to get through your thing to still have a Felicia on board and your Felicia somehow still lived and then you play this event and it decompresses you 1 and then you refresh and then you play them again. Like it's just too many things. It's too many things. Like
after assessing the card, I think it's probably a trap to play this. Like it reads like, oh wow, like that's a lot of power and they can't use their backups, but not only is the condition super hard to fulfill, but it doesn't even lock them out of like doing event counters like you were saying.
Yeah, so you're still gonna
Yeah.
get like blown away by like AOT if
Mhm.
like not blown away, but they can still maneuver gear. Goblin
Yeah.
Slayer can still do the scroll of gate on you, so on and so forth.
Any money counter in general.
yeah. All
This
right.
is just a waste of a deck spot.
We got some promos. Real quick, I'm going to run through them. Just 2 of them. The other ones were completely garbage. This one's not great either. When this is played from stage of hand, plus 1500 power. When Climax is played in Climax Zone, it gets this following ability. When you battle opponent, this becomes reverse. You put the top card of your library into your stock. So,
level 0.
the level 0, 35, that when you play a Climax, gets on reverse blind stock.
It like retains its usefulness a little bit throughout the game, I guess.
Yeah,
If
can,
you can
stay
find a
weak lane.
reverse.
try to snipe a weak lane, but it's a little bit awkward.
It,
At level 0, it's kind of weak for what it's trying to do.
At level 0, it's weak, but I mean,
If it was a constant oversize like the Aqua PR from Konosuba, would be like a consideration. It's like
Yeah.
not horrible for green fix oversize slot, but it's not constant oversize, so it literally is just here to be a
Yeah.
stock trap on Climax.
I don't think I'd ever play this card, but like I
No.
could see why someone would maybe want to.
well, yeah, most of the other box toppers were even worse. And next we got this Surno. It's this profile, so it's a 1/1. Character opposite of this is 0 or lower. This gains +1 level and 3500 power. So 1/1 8k if it is against a costless character, or 2/1 8k against a costless character, and it has hand encore. Depending on the meta, these can be extremely good.
I've never seen that before. That's kind of
I kind of like that. Yeah.
Jim-
You had,
Info gear.
the old
level 2
Maki,
8k.
the old Maki from one of the last English Love Live sets had a profile like this, except it was clock encore.
1/1 Tsubasa and Maria from Sympho Gear.
That doesn't have encore.
Yeah, so this card's better.
Yeah.
PogChamp.
Yeah. Well, I think the problem is, like, imagine if Madoka got like a standby. This card would actually probably be a lot more premium.
It'd be really good.
The
for
fact that you
standby,
have
yeah.
to kind of like hard play this
Yeah.
really sucks. And if
Yeah,
you're
this
not
is like
hard
a
playing
primo
this, you're
standby.
playing this off the stock soul, and
Even
you
if
have better targets to play off the stock soul.
even if you're hard playing this card still has some merit in specific metas. If you're in a
Oh, yeah.
specific meta where you deny reverses at level 1 and JC isn't enough, you can just play these raw and like actually just straight up raw play them and deny reverses at level 1. That's
Like
like
the-
perfectly valid, and like, this profile is like good for that reason.
It's the ultimate version of the 1/1 5500 that English is obsessed with because of Cardcaptor Sakura. Everybody talks about that profile all the time.
Well, I think they're a little bit different. Like that other profile, like just can't get reversed. It's different.
Yeah, but I mean, like, effectively, this
They
also
do
kills
add
shit.
similar things.
role. Yeah.
Similar role, yeah.
The cool
I-
part about this is you kind of like deny them from side attacking you because you're going to be level
You're
2.
level
so they're
2.
just- yeah, they're
They
just
can't
straight
even
side
normal bomb
throw.
you. They can't bomb you because it's a 2/1. The 2/1.
They can't
Dodges
bomb
it
you
all.
until the new Bakemonogatari set randomly gets released in English and they get that coin
Whoa.
from Cider. I love Weiss timings.
So, like in specific metas, this card is good. Like this is just a good profile. It just isn't good in general Madoka.
Yeah.
Current moment. Just wait for Madoka to get a standby, and then all these stupid ass broken cards will start spiking up. This will spike up. Yeah, fun stuff. Did you know that? I think it's Sunshine. Like this profile is a PRN Sunshine. That card's
Yeah.
like 3k yen right now.
The 1/1
Just wait for
Chica.
standby. Yeah, just wait for standby. This card will be fucking pog. You'll make bank.
Yeah, if you open Monica boxes, save this
card.
one. Save this one. But yeah, that is it for Madoka. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Ryan, Niko, we love having you guys on. Thanks for sticking with us through this whole thing. I know these are very long and multiple recording sessions, but we're always glad to have you. We love having guests. So thanks for being here.
Anytime. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, thanks for having Niko. He was worth it.
What did you say?
He complimented you. He complimented you.
Do you guys have any shout outs? We'll do Ryan first.
As always, Strictly Broken TCG. If you want to buy your Madoka English playsets, go to Strictly Broken TCG. Pre-order your English playsets from them. Use code all capitals SBTCG Ryan, no space, SBTCG RYAN. You get 8% off your pre-order. You help me out a little bit. You still get all the free shipping, all the benefits from Strictly Broken. Honestly, the best place to buy your English play sets. I don't have this recorded. I'm gonna write this down for next time.
When you mentioned the SPTCG Ryan code before, I thought in Discord, I thought you were just joking, but that's actually a thing.
They're
yeah.
actually a thing. Buy your
Oh, that's-
playsets. You
Ooh,
pre-order
that's really
playsets.
good.
You can use a code for any of the sponsored players, and then you get 8% off your playset, and then you support that player a little bit.
Hey,
So if you use my
I
code,
like Ryan Wibberley. I like saving 8%. Sounds like a win-win.
Yeah, buy your playset. Strictly Broken. StrictlyBrokenTCG.ca/pre-order.
Niko, you want to go?
Sure, yeah. Shout outs to Burn One. We make Weiss content more occasionally now than reliably, but we still make Weiss content. Go check us out. Can vouch for UA. Never had a bad interaction with him. He's always delivered everything in a very timely manner, especially for being in Canada and shipping to the States. So can vouch for Ryan there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But how do I save 8%, Niko? From
Okay,
Burn
so
One?
you
Code Ryan.
yeah, code Ryan, dude. We're not sponsored by UA yet.
That'll all be in the description. Put that down there. With Ryan's code. You guys want to check that out. As well as with links to Burn One's channel and everything. Like, yeah, obviously. Andy, Brian, anything else you guys want to close with?
I like
think-
Madoka. I hope these sets, I don't know if I want them to come out spaced apart or like close
Yeah.
together, right? Because like we know the release date for the mobile game one. That's one. That one's in February, I think, February or March
I
or
believe,
something.
Yeah. Mhm.
But like we don't know when the second one's coming as of this video, so it'd be kind of cool if they came like close together. So as a Madoka fan, I could just jump right in and edit my deck like and have the best build possible right away. But that is buying like 2 playsets at once. So
I think it'll be a little spaced out from what we've seen. So.
but I get to use the promo code twice then, right?
Yeah. You can get
Hell
8%
yeah.
off your price.
Oh.
Double promo.
Right.
Double promo, double Ryan.
All caps, no space. SBTCGRYAN. 8% off your playset pre-order. Pog champ.
Yeah, big poggers. Poggers in the comments for SPDCG. Right. But Brian, you got anything?
Nothing in particular. The sets, the power level is interesting and kind of hard to evaluate, especially since we don't know when the anime set is coming out. My guess would be if the mobile game set's coming out in February, probably April.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, until we have all of the pieces of Exodia to loop free freshes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the power level of just the mobile game set is kind of difficult to evaluate. Probably more on the weaker side, especially since all Madoka has up to that point are cards from many years ago.
Yeah, little unfortunate for early adopters.
As an avid deck brewer, I feel like I could make like the mobile set work, but it just doesn't seem like it's worth brewing with it if the other new set that's going to change everything is right around the corner.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's it. In terms of upcoming stuff, Rush Rundown's winding down, like we said at the end of our last set review, or last big video. We're ending after Slime until events resume. We're not comfortable putting out inaccurate information, depending on when people decide to play in English. Things change. Those are going to go on hiatus until events start back up again, and then we will continue to finish them out until we become current, and then we will put them out in batches when tournaments go up, so that they're always still relevant. But we're going to get through those. We still have our deck techs and stuff every other Friday, and I think we're putting together a big multi-one for Konosuba with all the stuff people are brewing. We really like doing those, and you guys really liked it, so we're going to keep doing those ones. And yeah, probably more deep dives too. I know Andy at one point probably wants to deep dive No Game No Life and just like gush about it for like an hour, like I did about Del Segno. That will be pretty fun.
Yeah, I did mention that like half a year ago.
Yeah. And I'm sure Brian has stuff that he wants to talk out too. So we'll work stuff like that out with our guys.
Yeah, just you wait till I deep dive Steins Gate.
Oh no. the Daru wall. The world isn't
Yeah.
ready. But yeah, I think that's it. Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz signing off. We'll see you guys in the next one.